Okay, hello, hello. Let's go with that. Go over here. Gotta pull up. What is it? I think it's this. That is not what I was trying to pull up, but I guess that works. There we go. That's what I wanted. Then go over here, go to that. All right, time to check the audio. Okay, audio looks like it is good. Hi, Streamman. Hi, Boop. As per usual, I'm catching you about an hour before you usually go to sleep. Anyways, besides that, how are you? How are you? I am doing okay. Just spent the last few hours planning the rest of the week. And so I thought that playing Minecraft for a bit would be a good way to relax. I could be a lot better, but it's okay. Yeah. That's been a lot of days recently, but hmm. Oh well. Eventually eventually it gets better. Starberry immediately trying to leave. I'm gonna get my wisdom teeth removed this week and my mouth hurts. Ah. So are you getting them removed because they started hurting, or has this been there for a while? Hello, Peak. Hi, Toxic. How's your day? I do not have the copper axe anymore. That's very sad. Oh, there's monsters nearby. Where are you? Oh, you. That's what you are. Yes, because of the pain. Okay. Ow. What am I getting hit by? Oh, you. I'm gonna invite a friend out to coffee. Have fun. Oh, yeah. So it's good to have plans like that. Because sometimes it feels like in life that a majority of it is just sitting around. Just waiting for events like that to just magically spawn in. Excuse me, creeper. Let's see, can I go to sleep now? No. Wonder why. Happy you're streaming though, distracts me from the pain. Well, the pain will be over soon. I highly doubt that you're gonna think fondly about the moment in which you're experiencing pain from your wisdom teeth, right? Monsieur Creeper, come here, please. Yippee. There's more? The never-ending cycle of never getting to sleep? There's actually a good representation of just how life be sometimes. You're just trying to get to sleep, and then you have this sudden realization deep into the night where you're like, wait, I forgot to do my laundry. Okay. There's something else. What else could it be? Oh, it's a child? Okay. Goodbye, child. Wait, Skrunkly, you doing okay? Yeah, Skrunkly's fine. I'm just getting concerned that Skrunkly's just gonna despawn. Is there something on top of the house? Okay, I'm gonna do a full thorough check. Unless a chicken is considered a monster, I'm pretty sure that's not what's happening. Oh, hi, Boop. You joined in. Cool. I guess I could move the bed. Oh, is it you that's the problem now? Hmm. Oh, thank you, Boop. Oh, nice. That worked out well. Alright, so I think my plan for today is mainly to focus on digging the tunnel that I started. Like, it might be weeks ago at this point, if I'm fully honest. Oh, and there's another creeper. Maybe play Minecraft for the live stream tomorrow, too. So, tomorrow, I'll probably just ask. So, I was either planning on playing the Dead Space remake or doing Minecraft, because I know I've not been doing it for a while. I imagine I know which one would be preferred. Just off the top of my head, but may as well ask anyway. There could be a chance. Because I've played all the original Dead Space games, but I've not played the remake yet. At all. Dun, 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 dun. And speaking of other things like that sort, I actually went and saw the Chainsaw Man movie yesterday. That was very fun. I really liked that. Very good experience. In fact, if you're looking on... Actually, it might be all the platforms. You can see I'm listening to the soundtrack for the movie right now. Just to select out some of the songs I really liked from it, because the music was incredible. So I was surprised how good it was. Put that there. Put the bow away. Actually, real quick, I'm just going to combine all these bows in my inventory, because they're just there. Oh yeah, I forgot you need to do 2 at a time. Well, may as well just get rid of it. Maybe join tomorrow for Minecraft if you're going to play it. Okay. Alright, fair enough. So I have food. I probably... Okay, one other thing that I probably should make before doing anything else. I will make a copper axe to fix that chest, and then I'm also going to make a copper pickaxe, because why not? It's not like people are going to criticize me for making a copper pickaxe, right? Right? I see the farm is finally bothering Boop. Thank you, Boop, for fixing that. It's been needed to get fixed for a while. Wait. What am I doing? Haba! Oh, wait, no. There you go, that's fixed. Put this here, take carrots. I did message Ocean, but I think Ocean may not be on because it was so late. Yes, it's been annoying me so much. Let me help. I've not had to worry about food for a bit, so I've just not gotten to it. But not today, because I'm in bed and watching YouTube. Okay. That reminds me of somebody else I know right now. My hoe broke. Very tragic day. Sounds like an alpha male podcast episode. Same as late for me. Is 11 to 14 p.m. Okay. Do you have one? I'm making a hoe right now. I'll give one to you as well. And you know what? Just cuz I'll make it copper, your favorite material. I bet you love copper. Okay, Before we take all that, should be good. Look at all the potatoes. I am going to take the potato, regrow some of them, because that is very valuable. Also, why did the farm turn out like this? Was somebody just jumping up and down on the farm? Because it feels very weird that it turned out this patchy. Because every single spot here should be getting touched by water. But, you know, certainly not Minecraft expert. Hey, there you are. How was your day today? It was okay. I spent a lot of it just focusing on planning for the upcoming week. That's what I'm trying to do from now on, because I stopped doing that, and I noticed that when I stop planning for weeks, my life becomes a lot more chaotic. And I need to try to reduce the chaos instead of increasing it. Believe it or not. Chaos is generally not good. So the wheat goes in there. I have sticks in my inventory. Yes, that means I can make another shovel. Hi, Starberry. And then do I have... I do not really have that many pieces of coal. This is better, indeed. Oh, I have a lot more iron now, which is good. Put that in there, just to get that cooking. You play, like, Minecraft Jabba before for your live stream? Yeah, I've played Jabba before. That was about a year ago. Funnily enough. Okay, got the furnaces. Ooh, actually, I can make all the torches I need just now. Yippee. Although the real question should be, do I even have enough rail for the project I'm trying to do here? There is a very likely possibility that I do not. Hi. Just observing the Starberry. Doink. Alright, did I finish this? Let me see. I did not. This is the part where I'm conflicted, where it's like, do I finish the... I should have a stone cutter down here, so what I'll do is I'll keep digging straight forward for a bit. And then I will finish that up once I get time. You like your little Portal game, Lameo? Hmm? We check TikTok if it's seeing anything weird. Nope, not yet. Copper might be a little bit quicker than... It was like 96 cents. Oh, you're talking about Portal Constructor. Yeah, I fully completed the Portal games before. Thank you for gifting me that, but in all honesty, it's probably gonna take me a little bit to get to playing the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So put this like here, put this over here, organize it like, probably like this. No, like that. You're so lucky you got Dark Souls 3. Oh, you're just looking through my Steam library right now? Steam library review? No, I looked at your profile picture. Okay. I would hope that would be sarcasm because I'm not sure how that relates to each other, but you know, sometimes it takes me a little bit to understand things. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You know why? Because I'm a person. Me, not the smartest person, but sometimes I get there. Not all the time, of course. Hmm. One, 2, 3, 4, 5. I just realized a really good point. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna put this here. Hello, iron deposit. That's conveniently stopping me from realizing my good point. So the whole point of this tunnel, the reason I'm building it is so that we can get villagers into our little domain here. I have no idea where it's meant to stop, which is a bit of a problem. So I'm going to do a quick little walkover, little look-see over to the village that I need to stop at. Need to look at the coordinates. Also, all I want to say is that looking on some of my social media, because on Twitch, I've been farming some people for, like, Twitch drops, and primarily most of the people that stream on Twitch are, like, VTubers. I think my social media is trying to convince me that I really, really like watching them. Which I guess is not the hardest assertion to make if every single time I click on a stream that with drops enabled, the first one there's a VTuber. Anyways, point of me saying this is it's amusing because all the memes that I've been seeing on Twitter are just now people making fun of VTubers. And I feel bad because some of them are really funny. Am I meant to laugh at that, or am I meant to make it go away? Say I'm not interested. Oh, what is this dirt? Over here. Oh, so I just realized something that'd be really smart. You know, moving the Spotify overlay from over here to over here. Genius. And then also moving this part over here. Wow, my voice is very gravelly today, it sounds like, at least for me. At least from personal experience, what happens is that if I'm not talking that much, then my voice just kind of gets a little bit deeper. It's also the same thing that happens. You ever have that moment when you wake up early in the morning and then your voice is just really deep for no reason? Yeah, I sometimes have that happen a little bit. I wonder why that is. I might actually look that up when stream's done. That'd be a very interesting question to get an answer to. Alright, where am I gonna count as the middle of the village here? I also recall that you were a bit congested, which could be a reason. True. I still do have a little bit of the sickness there, but yeah. Imagine somebody's entire brand is they continuously keep having to get sick in order to have the same level in their voice. That would be weird. Okay, seeing the tree in the distance, I understand what most people were saying. It looks very weird, especially with the trees being different lengths. But you know what? That's not a concern. Not a problem. Okay, so the distance that I need to cover. So, can I just Alt-Tab? No, if I Alt-Tab, it does not keep it. Where's my house? Where's your house? General Grievous? Your house is clearly... Let's see, where would your house be in Star Wars? Probably in some separatist ship. Or, you know, being dead might make having a house be a little bit of a problem. Okay, take a screenshot of that. Let's test. So that is... So that's the Y coordinate. No, I mean, people build towers to locate their house, so I was joking about the tree tower. Oh, I see. Yeah. I mean, I could eventually get a beacon by killing a wither, but I'm definitely not near that point. Plus, the tree looks a lot more aesthetic. And it'll be very easy to tell if, like, somebody's raiding the village. Or if somebody's messing around on the server. Because that tree is going to be the first thing to burn. The good old sugarcane fields. Also, I was joking earlier about having, like, tasks that you remember when you're about to go to sleep. And one of the tasks flashed before my eyes, which was laundry, because I mentioned that I need you to sleep when you can. Okay. please. I cannot. It is not night. It is not night. Cannot sleep. When you can, streamer. Well, I'm just telling you right now, I understand what you're saying. I will pay attention. I will not go underneath for now. So, what can I do? I can feed the cows and the chimkins. That's a good task. Always got to keep the empire ever expanding. Right. And then there's a lot of seeds here, so go over here. Hi, Starberry. You're just staring at me. Alright, I do not need to be in the mosh pit anymore. I'm good. Feel bad for these sheep and cows. Okay, now I'm gonna go to sleep. There you go. And Starberry's trying to escape again. Excuse me? There we go. There's so many more chickens to breed. I'm not even sure there's enough space for the chickens that are in here now. I'm scared about coming across let me pre-read that. Oh. Sorry about coming across intense about keeping the peace because I've joined a public server and tried to make friends and my base was burned down and my stuff was taken. I was kicked. Yeah. I understand that, but keeping peace and keeping people like organized is really difficult. When you're not used to doing it, it's just weird. Hello, I'm here. Hi, Strawberry. Do not worry, you've always been here. You've been trying to escape the little hut like 17 times now. So many eggs. Public servers are so dramatic. Yes. Why do you think I try to have a pretty big barrier for entry for people joining this server? I have experience. I have the exact same experience that you're talking about, Boop. Egg. Roof chicken? Yes, roof chipkin. Oh, there's a joke again. Wow, this mine is looking kind of craft. Yes, the mine is looking a little crafty. Oh, the chickens are surviving a little bit. Okay. Oh, I've got to ban somebody on Twitch. Yippee! Oh yeah, in one of the servers I walked 10,000 blocks away to get some peace and they tracked me down. Rough. Weird looking fish? Yeah, they... True, that do be a weird looking fish. You should make a sustain and unnecessary cruelty farm. No. Just the worst part about you using the word cruelty. That reminded me of the game Cruelty Squad. Why does my brain immediately think of that? Oh well. Minecraft players be like, I want to like make a torture dungeon for the villagers. Not because I have to, but because that's what they need. Was Cruelty Squad? As the game has peaked out. Cruelty Squad, the best way to describe it is it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's one of those type of games where somebody's like, I made this game because I wanted to subvert what it means to be a game. And it was actually good. But the game's really weird. It's like taking every drug known to man and the game opens in like a really small window. It's like 800 by 600 or something like that, whereas the typical monitor is like 1980 by or 1920 by 1080. It's very odd. It's a weird game. And it's also the type of game where it has phrases like the CEO mindset. Found a cool song and was listening to it while doing Danny's World Runs. Oh. I listen to music like all the time while playing pretty much any game. Except if it's like an aesthetic game or something that would be very counterintuitive to it. Like, I'm not going to be playing like Faith or... I do not know what else would be a good example. Or Yumi Nikki with having like music playing in the background. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I was playing Voices of the Void. Very spooky. Hollow Knight? Yes, Hollow Knight would be a bad... Okay. Hollow Knight, when I initially started playing playthroughs of it, yes, I agree with you, but starting to do the Pantheons, Boop, I'm going to be honest with you, I was blaring that Spotify music, especially with 5. You do those boss fights so much that you just gotta start listening to your own stuff. I'm still in the run. I just found an AFK spot so I could watch this. Now I get that. But yes, you are correct. The music for Hollow Knight is very beautiful, and it is relaxing. There are very few games, even if I play hundreds of hours of, that I never keep on Spotify. Or that would maybe be like Doom Eternal, or I cannot actually think of any others right now. Huh. That may be the only game that comes to mind right now. So, 1... Or rhythm games would be another good example, like Thumper or other stuff of that sort. Playing as Rudy, a tune from the Christmas event, because I was originally playing with my friend, but they had to leave on, like, floor 3. Oh, that's pretty early on. Huh, that's a shame. It's kind of scary how many floors that you can get to on Dandy's World. You can get real far. I'm not even sure there's a limit. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There probably is not. It's probably just whenever you decide to end the game. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. There's no end to it? Yeah. That reminds me of the appeal of when I used to play like Call of Duty Zombies back in the day. Because I used to play that way, way too much. I think I got to like round 70 or 80 on one of the maps. And let me tell you, that takes forever. It takes so long to get to those high rounds. Yo, streamer, meh. Hi, Ocean. Sorry, I couldn't play today. I ended up being busy. Oh, that's perfectly fine, Ocean. The same exact thing happened to me. That's why I did not... immediately, like, tell you a few hours after when I was able to play Minecraft. Trust me, I understand being busy. Also, Ocean said hi, Boop. You can probably see the chat, but I also know you're on phone, so I'll just tell you. Or maybe you're not on phone right now. I would not know. 1, 2, 3. No, I'll have a little micro discussion about this because I think it's more interesting to have all of your input instead of me just deciding everything. So I was either thinking that next month should be me like theming on finishing some of the games that I've not completed yet. So that would be things like Celeste, Satisfactory, games of that extent. Or should I just theme it around like a specific genre or maybe like publisher of games? Because for December, I can, if you want, I can reveal what I have planned for December, or I can just make it a surprise. Because December is kind of already locked in for me. I do not know if you'd prefer having the surprise or you want to know ahead of time. I think November should be about finishing up games. Yeah, I've been thinking that's a good idea. I did that for a month before, and I enjoyed it. I think it'd make things less stressful, plus you have talked about it. Yeah. I think that would be a good idea. Sleep? Oh, okay, I'll go sleep. Sorry. I'm gonna go back to playing my game, listen to my music for Streamer Cube. Okay. Bye-bye, Starberry. Enjoy playing your game and listening to music. Because what I'll do at the end of today's stream is I'll make like a comprehensive poll list. Or I'll make a list of the full games that I have in my recollection that I need to complete. Just so we're all on the same page. Because off the top of my head, without looking at the list, Celeste, Ultra Kill, Satisfactory, 60 Seconds. What else? There's other games on there. Maybe Five Nights at Freddy's I could count. Like Ultra Kill. Silksong? Yes, that's a big one. How did I forget that one? That's actually... Yes, Silksong is a very important one. I should get that done. I remember saying at the beginning of October that I'm putting off Silksong for a bit so I can focus on spooky games. Oh yeah, that. That's a pretty big one. In fact, that might actually be able to just take up the whole month just by itself with how much content's in that game. I won't let you forget. Thank you. I appreciate that. Hopefully, and I'll just say this, I hope you're not seeing yourself as like pushy or anything by saying that. I really appreciate when all of you like remind me of when I forget stuff like that, because eventually I get to remembering it and I see the list, but it's just, it helps a lot. That's so peak. Because I know it's been a case before where most of you have said, like, oh, you should be playing this game, and you feel like you're being pushy. I will let you know if you're being pushy. I will just straight up say you're pushing too hard for it. I try to show the same respect that you show me. Oh, and Peak, that's another game. Do you know what's the funny thing? Ocean inadvertently reminded me of a game that I've not completed yet, because Peak is a game that I have gotten all the ascents on, but I've not gotten all the achievements. You know, I really appreciate that. Maybe also Forsaken. Roblox game? Okay. So in terms of... So, I think I need to establish that there are games that I'm going to complete, like all the achievements for, and there are games that I'm going to finish. Forsaken is definitely a finished game. It's not a complete game. Like, if one of you is to recommend to me that I should complete World of Warcraft, I would cry, because that's such a long game, and there's no way. It would take eons to do that game. And it's also like a personal enjoyment thing, because although I'm kind of weird in that of the games that I choose to complete, Dandy's World. Yes, get everything for Dandy's World. So is that a possible yes? I will play Forsaken in November. In fact, I'll write that down just so I remember it. And Dandy's World. Play. Ba-ba-ba. Hopefully I did not cause the entire stream to lag. And that's another thing. I'm thinking of it right now, but I also need to do it after stream. I need to think of actual good stream improvements, because I know I've asked all of you before. I know it's kind of hard to say stream improvements, because I feel like some of you watch other streamers, but the problem is that I do not really watch other streamers. It's probably very apparent, if very clear by some of the things that I say, but I need to focus on doing that. I typed Forsaken on my second keyboard and I went crazy. What in the... Huh? Who in the world... What? I'm so confused right now. Why does it do that? Do what? Your keyboard go crazy? Because it just felt like it. It felt like being quirky. I made, like, no progress. Actually, what I can do... I'm going to focus on finishing the stairway. I do not think I'm going to be able to get the tunnel system set up. I'm eating Legends ZA tomorrow. Oh, the new Pokemon game? Oh, congrats. Good for you. It should provide you a lot of content. For a while. I'm gonna play it all day? Nice. You know what? For this week, a micro goal for myself is just to have a day in which I spend all of it playing a game. Because I've not done that for a while. It's kind of hard to when you're an adult. It's actually really, really hard to when you're an adult. Because, like, there's 17 other tasks, and then when you try to get ahead of something, you get behind on something else. You're skipping school for it. You're not going to believe this, but I generally do not approve of that. But whatever, I'm not your mother. You can do whatever you want. Actually, maybe I should change my stance a little bit on learning. My mother approves of it, LeMayo? Okay. Well, oh well. Good for her. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 3. She told me to. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so this is correct. I think part of the problem with modern day schooling is that it does not give you the motivation to want to learn. Like, even when you go to university and you do those type of things like that, you can go into a major of something that you believe you want to do, but none of the classes really do a good job of instilling that sense of wanting to learn. That's something that you have to teach yourself. Like, good professors and things like that can help you get there, and they can be very insightful to reaching that end, but as for most of it, it just feels like, at least from my experience, it was just taking classes that you hate, or that you just dislike. I felt like a podcast kind of start. You realize a podcast is just people talking about whatever they feel like. Literally any conversation could be a podcast, if you think about it. think the problem with modern day schooling is. 1, 2, 3. And I did not know what it is. 1, 2, 3. When I went to university, the hardest classes were always like the prerequisites or things that you had to take for your major. It was never the major in and of itself. I do not know why. It just be quirky like that. And plus, depending on where you go to school, or where you did go to school, you could be in heavy debt. All the Americans watching, or listening to this in the future. It's fine. How long were you in college for? Too long. I'll tell you that much. In fact, I might actually... Depending on how I feel about certain things, I might go back again, just to increase my skills and try to learn more. But I'm not really sure I'm ready for that. Did you get like a bachelor's degree? Do a college stream? Do you want an aesthetic college stream? An aesthetic college stream would be you get a group project, and then you need everybody to show up, and then nobody shows up except you. That's an aesthetic college stream. Or debt. LaMeo. So, I'm not going to share what I got in college. In due time, I will talk about it, Ocean, but I just do not feel ready yet. There's a lot of things I want to get at, too. I want to donate, but there's, like, no donate feature this stream. If you want to donate to me, Neo, what's the best thing that you can do? Just buy something for yourself. I have plenty of money. I will be fine. I will survive. I do not... The problem that I have, so in terms of services, I cannot explicitly be like, do not donate to me, but if some... I essentially just did. You know, I do not care. Just do not. Streamer's rich confirmed. True, very rich. That's exactly why I say that. So true. So true. I think actually it's probably better here. How much you got? I got enough just to get by. I got like maybe $5, $7 redos. Sleep? Nah. I'm trying to work on things, Boop. I'll take the bed with me, so that way when you harangue me to sleep, I will go to sleep. That would be the better solution. Is harangue even a word? Did I just make that word up? I hate when people say my family's rich because I was a child actor. Clearly all actors are rich, Ocean. What do you mean? It's 9:53 in the evening for me. Do you know what that calls for? Going to sleep. Most definitely, of course. Ocean lore? Ocean lore. I'm looking up that word unironically. I think I just made up that word. Harangue is a forceful, lengthy speech or verbal attack delivered either as a noun or a verb that is often critical or angry. Oh, so I did use it somewhat correctly, but I did not mean it in, like, verbal attack. Boop, I cannot believe you verbally attacked me. If I dropped that before. What was that word? Harangue. Okay, hold on. I gotta look up something. What was the sentence you used it in? Boop was telling me to go to sleep, and I said it stop haranguing me about going to sleep. Da -da -da -da. Go here. Perfect. Yes, I did. Cool. How do you even think of that word? It's called experience, and it's definitely Wordle. Even though 90% of the time when I do Wordle, the Boop beats me. I'm pretty sure of it, that Boop is better than me at Wordle. Wait, how do you spell it? Hold on. The correct spelling for harangue. Okay. Alright, the correct spelling for harangue is H as in Henry, A as in Aaron, R as in retreat, A as in Aaron, N as in no, G as in Gerald, U as in unity, E as in excite. Or edge, whatever E word that you want to go for. I chose some pretty bad examples because usually when you do that system of doing H and then other word to show what letter you're talking about, you have to choose a word that's very distinct for having that. Chose excite. Yes, that is the correct spelling. Well done. How do you find that out from Wordle, the 5-letter word game? I was joking about Wordle. I did not actually find that out from Wordle. Okay. I know some weird words because I've looked them up before and I've unironically read a dictionary. And I looked at some of the words and I was like, this is interesting. I'm gonna remember some of them. The math wasn't adding up. Do not worry about it. Like a whole dictionary. I have read an entire dictionary before. If you... Oh no, this is gonna be another video. If you challenged me to do it, I would spend... Oh boy. It would take forever. It would be so many parts. But I probably would just read an entire dictionary, just in one sitting. But not read it out loud, because that would take eons. I read very quick. Do not expect me to read it out loud. But I'm probably not going to do it, because that would be really boring. Really, really boring. You're such a nerd. Thank you, Boop. Thank you. L. True. Streamer nerd? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, Boop, whenever you need me to sleep, just tell me, and I have my bed in my inventory, so it will all work out. Actually, honestly, what's probably more interesting than reading a dictionary is a thesaurus. I wonder, is there a generation of people that have no idea what a thesaurus is? I don't need you to sleep anymore. I was away on a quest. Oh. Well, I have the bed anyway, so if you needs it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You were very helpful. The paradox of trying to be helpful. The second that you actually do the smart thing, the person's like, I do not need the help anymore. The one time you took the bed with you? Yes. What if there's like... What if I get summoned to the end and I have to fight the Ender Dragon? Then that means I'll at least be able to do a little bit of damage before I die with the bed. True. So true. The most true. Speedrunner Dream streamer. Please do not compare me to Dream. I'd appreciate it if you did not. Dream is a very odd person. Maybe I will start a glistening singing career and then never release any more tracks. Actually, I'm pretty sure the man has not released any more songs. Okie dokie, sorry. Wow, he's so popular on Spotify, does not even show up when I first look at him. What's the name of one of his songs? Mask? Oh, yes, there it is. Please, I do not want it. Please go to artist. Oh, he has released a new song. Man has 300,000 listeners a month? How? How do you do that? I wear a mask with a smile for hours at a time. True. So true. Wait, what you doing? Oh. Oh, thank. Thank for cookie. Two, three. Didn't he prove that the allegations were fake? It still does not. So, from my recollection, you might know more about this, but from what I dug into, yes, he did prove that, like, him messaging people like that was untrue, or things of that sort, but it still does not make him a good person. He still did really bad things. You can prove that the worst allegations of yourself are wrong and incorrect and still be a bad person, and I can still not like you. Hello. Hi, J-Ray. He did. Well, like, when he was in a car ride with the Gumball voice actor, if I recall correctly, he recorded the person being very drunk and saying very weird things and, like, kept it on him as, like, evidence. So he's not, like, a criminal guy, he's just generally a bad guy. That's what it seems like. Like, if everyone around you starts disassociating with you and saying you're a terrible person, I might take the other people at their word. Who has allegations now? Me. I'm the person with the allegations. Turns out, did not stream a game when stream wanted me to. It was horrible. There were riots in the streets. All two of you. We were talking about Dream. But then again, also keep in mind, I'm not, like, on the pulse of internet drama. Literally all I know about that is that people accuse Dream of being a weirdo, and all of his friends have accused him of being a weirdo. And then Dream was like, you know what? My friends are the weirdo. I accuse you of streaming too late? True. Speaking of streaming too late, it is about the time you go to sleep. Is that copper tools and armor? Yes. How did... You know, you didn't have to call me poor like that, okay? How can I join this? So I may not be streaming for the longest amount of time today, Jerry. So I'd probably recommend if you come into further Minecraft streams, I can like send you an invite code and we can work with you joining that way. But I also just do not want to give you a bad experience because like if you join and then 15 or 30 minutes later I'm just like, all right, well I'm done. I feel like that'd be really bad and I do not want to be rude. So I think it's better if I just turn you away now and see if you would want to join in the future. Jim is recording Gumball VO is insulting Dream. Okay. Hi. 1, 2, 3, 4. Good thing I get it. When do you normally stream? I usually stream around this time. I've been trying to stream earlier, but this was just difficult. So I'd say like about 2 to 3 hours before this time is when I stream. Oh, hi. One, two, three, 4, 5. Dream tipped the Uber 1,000 for putting up with them, and the VA said he tipped them. Are we debating the intricacies of whether they should have tipped, or what is the relevance? I'm waiting for my trees to grow and I'm bored, hee hee. This is gonna be a real good dad joke. I'm not even gonna say it. You have to read it. Is it 12:06 for you? That Dream did nothing during the situation? It's not also that. Like, if it was just the gumball thing, I would just say, like, you know, I'll be perfectly honest. I do not even know, necessarily. Hehe, sounds like something my dad would say. Yep, that's why it's a dad joke. In all honesty, yo, it is 12:06. No, it's not 12:06 for me. Wait, what was the joke? Boop was saying that they were bored, and I said bored like the tree you were growing, because you know, like board, wooden board. That was the joke. Anyways, but everything that I dislike about Dream is not necessarily the gumball stuff. It's more so the way that he handles controversy and the weird stuff that he's done. Like, he sold baby pictures of himself as one of his, like, shop items. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Like, I have always gotten the impression that he's just weird, and that he does very strange and peculiar things. Oh. Yeah, I'm pretty sure about that. I can do a quick Google search, but like, as I've said, all that I'm saying, I do not know if any of this or all of it is absolutely true. I'm just saying the reasons why I do not like the person. Or also, do I inherently need a reason? I can just not like a person because of the way that they act and the way that I have a personality with. Alright, I might be able to join next stream. Okay. You can keep watching if you want, but like, I'm perfectly fine. He also did a lot of queer baiting, which always bothered me for years, even back when I was a fan of his content 3 or 4 years ago. Oh, yeah. I remember seeing some of those clips. Very weird. Like, well, yeah, you can have an opinion, but I just want to know what it was. Yes, so to boil it down, my disliking of Dream is primarily a lot to do with his personality, some of the weird stuff he's done with his fans and, like, merchandising in the past, my initial impressions of the Gunball, like, VA thing. But from the conversation, it could be wrong. But like, I generally do not like people who have the. I've talked to people before in the past who've said like you can only dislike somebody if you have like a good concrete reason. I've always never liked that viewpoint. Sometimes you can just not like somebody because of other things. Like, I'm not gonna go in here and be like a drama channel or anything and be like, this is exactly why I hate Dream. Like 15 Twitter threads deep. I'm not that interested. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, anyways, what I was saying with Dream, there's a difference between like having a gay joke and things like that and purposely going into it. Like, even when he was saying that, respectable opinion. Because believe it or not, people who are gay or queer, they say jokes too. I know, crazy opinion, but they do. This is why streamer is based. I imagine if you watch a lot of other streamers that have the same... No, you talk to every small streamer that have the same exact opinion as Dream. We're just all robots programmed to not like Dream. It's so weird how that is. So odd. Oh, that chicken is just still stuck up there. Huh. Well, good luck, chicken. Actually, wait, should I try to save the chicken? I probably should. I'm gonna do that in a little bit here. The clicking out is a little weird. That away, put that away, put this away. I'll probably put away like 2 of these stacks. Keep the rest. Yeah, even when I really liked his content, whenever he did stuff like that, I would be like, I know you're not gay. Yeah, but still having respect is surprisingly rare nowadays. Yeah. Well, I think valuing respect and valuing other people's opinions and trying to see their other point of view is very hard to do nowadays. Well, honestly, I'm kind of curious. That's kind of a weird thin line to go down. So, what's your opinion on somebody who says, like, they're a bisexual or they're pansexual and they've never dated their same sex before? Would you see that as weird and quote-unquote not being gay, or is that something that's different? The thing that annoys me most nowadays is brain rot. I shouldn't have to come home to my sister telling me the teacher started a countdown at school, or they could say 6, 7. Honestly, ridiculous. Well, yes, I think that in the pursuit of money, a lot of these content platforms have just been, like, fixated on trying to get as much attention as possible, and they've not been worrying about the damage that they cause to everyone around them. But the thing is that it's a very human trait to find something stupid very funny. If you go back to, like, the 1900s or the 1940s, there were dumb jokes back then. Every generation in human history has had the dumb jokes. The difference is with this generation, it's just that they're kind of seen as, like, dumber or less mature because they're pretty much all iPad babies. Not really. It's different because it's more about your feelings towards people than your experience. When it comes to Dream, he started out making weird jokes, and then he did stuff to get more attention. Okay. So if you're saying, like, it's a normal person who's not a YouTuber, like, he would also go out and say, I'm not gay, but also lost a picture of him and his male best friend in bed together. Oh, okay. I see, so that makes it different. I never knew that. I knew that Dream made, like, the weird jokes, and I think he made a joke about, it's not Wilbur, Tommy Innit, about him being a minor or something like that. But, yeah. Also, brain rot will have and always has existed on the internet. Do you remember when people made jokes about Ugandan knuckles and fidget spinners? Or like those very early memes? I remember because when I saw the picture, I stopped watching them. Yeah, 2016. You see, that brain rot's acceptable. Other brain rot, not acceptable, of course. It's the same thing with, like, when Skibidi Toilet came out. People may have forgotten about Skibidi Toilet for a little bit, but I think regardless of what you like, I do not think it takes away from a person, or especially somebody if they're growing up, if they watch dumb stuff like that. Enjoying one dumb thing is not your entire personality, unless you make it. Fidget spinners. Fidget spinners are not that old. They're nearly a decade old, but that's not... 10 years ago is not that long ago. Alright, so... do I have enough? I used to own fidget spinners. Ah. I bet you're getting so much use out of them right now, right? You must use them every single day. They aren't, then again, you're old streamer. Thank you for reminding me. There should be a counter of every time that somebody, especially Ocean, is just like, you're old. When they release, they're like $100+. I presume you're talking about USD. You gotta make the money somehow. You gotta farm on the people. Okay, so I will eventually have to make the fences here, but let me just get the base infrastructure. Yeah, my bad, USD. It's all good. I am so used to people coming to my chat who are like from North America or who are from America in general that I just convert everything to USD. You can be 18 and 10 years ago and you'd still be under 10, which is childhood. 1, 2, 3. So this is here. Yeah, these are certainly weird times to live in. Especially, imagine if you grew up or you were born in like the 90s. You essentially got like 10 years of economic prosperity, depending. I'm presuming that this hypothetical person lives in the North America or America in the very least. You got like maybe 10 years of prosperity, and then you got the 2008 financial crisis. And then you had years of political turmoil. Then you got COVID. And then you got pretty much another recession on top of that. So good luck to those people. Honestly, as an American, I struggle with realizing not everyone on the internet is from America. I personally want to do better at that. I'm not saying 11, 12, 13, 14 is a childhood just because it's called teen, but 8 is definitely really young. Yeah. America sucks, bro. You can say that all you want, but compared to other countries... 2016 was the last time I was truly happy. What do you define as being happy, Boo? Is it like a complete sense of being happy, or just like when you... I am curious about your definition. So the best thing that you can do with that, Jay, or Jay, I'm gonna call you Jerry because I also know somebody else's name is Jay. The best way that you can help with that is just like maybe whenever you talk about currency, you just put USD, or you try not to be so presumptuous all the time. I'm not explaining that because I was mostly joking. Mostly joking? Okay, that's fine. The only reason I was asking you to explain that a little bit is because memory is cruel in and of that it makes memories a lot worse than they actually were, and it makes memories that were good a lot better than they may have actually been. You can look on the good times as being like the best times of your life, but in reality, going through and living them may not have been as happy as you thought. I mean, it's hard time for America, but yeah. And yeah, sometimes I say America sucks, but compared to other countries, it's not bad. Yes. Other countries certainly do have the short end of the stick. Yeah, of course. Well, I was also like 12. Yeah, being a child's very different than being an adult. Thanks for advice if you want, and if you remember my names. Oh, God. I love when people say their names because I have to sit there for a second. I understand so much now why, like, teachers and professors mispronounce names. Because, like, instinctively, if I was not used to somebody, like, being there or being on the internet, I would probably say it instantly. Is it Josiah? Or clearly you gotta say it the Spanish way. Hosea. No, it's definitely not Hosea. I was joking. It's so weird how your brain does that, where your brain's like, I'm just not gonna pronounce this today. Unacceptable. Correct, is with Joe. Yeah. I will get better at that over time. I will work on it. Anyways, yes, I will try to remember your name. I try really hard, but some of you make it super difficult. Because, like, I'll talk with you in one stream, and you'll be subbed, and then you'll come back, like, 3 months later, and be like, hey, remember me? And then, and most of the time, I'm like, honestly, no. I have no clue who you are. 1, 2, 3. I mean, sometimes I've even done that with Ocean, where Ocean will come into a stream on TikTok and they'll change their username to prank me. And they'll be like, I have no clue who you are. Who's Ocean? I mean, I'll keep being here a lot if you're consistent. Okay. In all honesty, Josiah, I can sometimes be a little inconsistent, and also I would not want you to make all the streams that I have, or like try to be there, because I stream at weird times. It's not a prank you, I just mess with you one time. It's not one time, I remember multiple times. It's you gave me my Vietnam for saying names in stream. 1, 2, 3. Like, if you think now is a weird streaming time, I've streamed like 5 hours from now. I've streamed 12 hours before this time. I decide to stream essentially whenever I feel like, and whenever I have time. My excuse is that I was first the early days. Is that what you're trying to say? So da 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 da. Don't worry, streamers consistently stream sometime in 24 hours each day. Yes. Consistent in that I stream every day. Now, what time I'll be streaming every day? That's a riddle. 4. Wait, let me reread. It's a riddle that I do not even know sometimes. Where are y'all from? If you care to share, of course. If they want to share, they can, but I usually do not share that information just yet. Dun, 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 dun. My excuse is that was a while ago, and that was not me because of who that was. Yeah, I get it. I didn't used to share stuff on the internet, but I don't really care nowadays. No, I understand that. I used to care way too much. I've had loads of characters. Hold on, let me read exactly what Boop says, because that was amusing. I'm from the South, so I like beer and trucks and women, except I'm also homophobic, so never mind. True. Verified true by the fact checkers. Like, there was a time when I used to stream in which I told my friends that you cannot say what my name was. Like, I did not want that shared on the internet because people could track down who I was. Now, I know that's silly now, and I know that there's probably not people that are going to do that. I already know from my internet presence, you could probably track down who I was. Or who I am. And that's not really something that scares me anymore, because, like, if you're going to go to that extent... Wow. Bored. Like wood. But now I'm perfectly fine with it. Like, the name that my friends call me by is Aiden. Take of that information what you will, but I generally prefer just getting called Spaghetti or Streamer Man. If you want to call me Aiden, I'm fine with that, but usually that's something reserved for, like, friends, because, like... I'm from the South as well, specifically Ford in the US. And Tracinator is wild, bro. If you even click a link, people can IP grab you. Yep. It's scary the amount of access that you get with just a basic computer sometimes. Was it me or Boop that started Streamer Man? I actually do not know. I could not recall that off the top of my head. I know Boop started Streamer Bagel. Yes. Boop did start Streamer Bagel. Someone else started streaming, I remember. Who could that be? It could maybe possibly be Wyatt. Streamer guy's crazy. Or it could have been one of my other friends. Because in case you're wondering, in my friend group, I'm like the only person who streams regularly. And it makes it kind of weird sometimes. I don't know if it was the start of it, Boop saying it, or I started saying Sure Man. What are you doing in the game, by the way? So essentially, I need to start transporting villagers here, like to our little base of operations. Hold on, I'll give you a visual example, because I know it's a lot more interesting than me just explaining it. So I'm trying to transport villagers here, and I kind of want to make this area into a village where we can get like mending villagers and things like that. So I'm making an underground tunnel to transport them. And it would be a pain in the neck to make them go up this ladder. So I'm currently making a staircase so that when I transport them over here with the rail, that I can just move them up here with leads. That is what I am doing. That's smart. Ah, thank you. I appreciate you saying that, but do not call me smart just yet. You've not seen what I do. You can't lead villagers. Ah, well, I use a boat then. Perhaps I'll use a carrot. They'll follow me with carrots, right? Boat them? Yeah. Hi. Let's see. 1, 2, 3. It's all good. You beat me to that idea? Yep, I did. You can't boat up any Y coordinate. Then I guess the stair will be aesthetic ocean. That's what it will be. I will flood the staircase specifically just to spite you. And to prove you wrong. You cannot boat up this staircase. Watch me. It will work. It will be beautiful. Carrots will be hard, but possible. Oh, I have an idea. What's your idea, Boo? What is it? What if we ask them politely to go to the village? Maybe that'll work. 1, 2, 3. We can get rid of the stair blocks and make a rail down to send the villagers down on minecarts. Well, we need to send them up. Yes, that would work. That's a good point. Temporarily get rid of them. Good idea. Okay, so what that means is... Oh, we try the good old American holding them at gunpoint trick? Yes. So what that means is I gotta get rid of, like, this, and then... Powered rails? Yes. We'll have to be using powered rails. It'll send them up the stairs. No, we are going to push them manually. I will hire cheap immigrant labor, and they will push up the villagers. It'll be very efficient, very time-consuming. It will be the best. Okay, so that definitely needs to be covered. Boop keeps walking in front of my way. I'm so scared that I'm just gonna stab them. Thank you, Boop. Perfect. I have no rails on me, but it would, like, go like this, then da-da-da-da. You can stab me, I won't sue. That's what they all say, but then they sue. Will we eventually get Boop lore? No, never. I have forced Boop to sign an NDA. They're too important to the Spiggy universe. This is definitely wrong. I've got charges pressed to me for battery. Don't trust them. I'm very uninteresting, sorry. Interest is very perspective. I doubt that is fully true. There's always interesting parts about somebody. Sometimes it's just hard to express. But it's okay. Go over here. Also, Boop, do you want me to tell you how you can help? Or... Because I know it's kind of awkward for me to just do all the work and then you sit here being like, oh, I want to help. Because I know you're just waiting for the trees to grow, right? Compared to some other people who yap about their life. Mine feels genuinely empty. That's okay, I wait until I am needed. Okay. Alright, we're almost there. Like Pearl from Steven Universe. You mentioned Steven Universe. This is where Ocean's gonna be like, streamer, do you know what you need to do? There's a certain series that you need to watch. Still not gotten to it. Like, what do you mean you're able to yap to me about your life from the past week for 2 hours and only be done because I have to go? Steven Universe. Ah! I mean, the most interesting thing about my life is my crazy ex. You see, that's kind of the happy thing about me not being in a relationship for... Sorry. Me not being in a relationship for a very long time. Never had to deal with that sort of thing. Wait, I want to hear this. Boop, you can share it if you want to, but you don't have to feel pressure because of Ocean. It's cool? Okay. 1, 2, 3. If Boop wants to, yeah. So, like, he pretended to be fake, not real person for a year to try and get back with me. He also lied about attempting suicide and that he was in the hospital and lied about being sexually assaulted. Ah, so manipulation tactics. All of them. Literally all of them that you can think of. Or wait, was it he? Yes, he. Craziest thing about my life is probably girls as well. Stay away from them, but also don't be gay. Like, huh? What? This just represents what a lot of my conversations turn out to in streams. They're just very odd sometimes. That's horrible, yeah. He lied that he made a whole blank anime, which is funny. Is a synonym for that 3-letter word start with P sounds similar to corn? I just joined what's going on. I'm mining. Would you like the gaslighting package or the I'm not hungry package? I'm hungry, so let's go with the gaslighting package. You joined in on the late night Minecraft session in which we just start talking about whatever we feel like. That's what you joined in on. Mech. Lamea. ... Okay. Yeah, that's a good response. I would have no idea what to say either. I think that's probably good. Wait, what is this gaslighting package? There is no gaslighting package, Ocean. What do you mean? Gaslighting? That's a concept that does not exist. So do you play any other games? Yeah, of course. I play a lot of different stuff. I have a large list of games in my Steam library. I kind of cycle through a lot of them because I want to make my money, like, I'm trying to save money a little bit. So I try to play through all my games to get all the Steam achievements done with them. But yeah, it's kind of hard to constantly jump between games sometimes. I understand. Oh yeah, he also cheated on me with my cousin, who was definitely not old enough for him. Ah! Interesting. This is why relationships and that entire side of life seems like horror stories. Because it's so... Ow. All that I hear is just people being weirdos and doing weird things like that. And I'm like, I'm not really sure I want to deal with that. I just like Garden Warfare, so Plants vs. Zombies. Okay. Yeah, I've not played much Garden Warfare or Plants vs. Zombies. And to be fully honest with you, I do not have plans to play them. But yeah. They've seemed like interesting games. Also, this is my first ever relationship, so Cupid hates me. Oh. The dating app was just like, hey, I know who's going to be the perfect person for you. I'll stop now. Sorry, hee hee. No, you don't have to apologize. It's fine. You're not taking up too much time whatsoever. I'm trying to get all the skins. Ocean said, boop, what's his address? I just need to talk to him. Oh, it's sleepy time. Hold on. Freedom! LeMayo, thanks, Ocean. We're free! Okay, so now... Nice base. I know, I love my base too. It's like the shack. Do not worry about the shack. The shack does exactly what it needs to be. No more, no less. Here we go. Here we go. Yes, that is my house. This is someone else's house. Creepy, but okay. What do you mean by creepy? Where did you get a mod for copper armor? No, that's just an update. I did not intend for that to be creepy, but I guess, huh. It's not a mod? Yeah. They added this? Yes. They intentionally added copper armor. Hi, Starberry. So I'm gonna add torches back over there. And I gotta clear my inventory. Put this here. Copper has a use now, though? Yes. Copper do have a use. Especially for Skrunkly, who's not anywhere to be found. Okay, Skrunkly, where are you? Skrunkle? Where's Skrunkly? Skrunkly? Uh-oh. You now make copper torches, copper chests, and golems. Yes, speaking of copper golems, where's Skrunkly? missed out on so much peak. Maybe you have. Found him. Wait. Thank you, Boop. Put this here, put that back. There you are. Strunkly's trying to leave. Unacceptable. Come here. What do you think you're doing? Proper golems organize chests instead of just displaying items like they were planned for them. Want to tell me the lore about the random pink sheep? Or the pink? Yeah, that's definitely pink. The purple sheep. That's somebody who joins my chats pretty often. Their name's Starberry. They wanted to join the game, but not play themselves, so I just made them into a sheep that was purple. Because that's the color they wanted. So yeah. See, there they are. Yeah, if you ever have any questions about the lore or like anything that's gone on, I'll happily answer. Gives me something to do. Okay, my storage chest is getting quite full. You should low-key add me to that. So you want to be a sheep. Okay, what do you want your color to be? Or do you want me to put your YouTube name or just the name that you told me? Name I told you? Okay. So it's clearly Hosea. Alright, what color do you want the sheep to be? Hello, sheep. Let's be green. Okay. I'll see if I have green coloring. Although I have a cactus, so I think that should be relatively easy. Come here, sheep. Sheep? Sheep? There we go. Come on. Come here, sheep. My good old farm instincts activated there with doing the little sounds for trying to attract an animal's attention. You may not have heard that. That'd be funny if you did hear it on stream, though. I'm part of the family now? Yes. You can never leave. Kind of a waste of charcoal, but that's fine. Boop. There you go. Now you're green. I should be doing the same thing with like clicking noises. Maybe you're just one of those clickers from Last of Us. You use echolocation to see. You're not actually using your eyes, you just have to use your... You visualize sound. I'm low-key blind. Like a bat. Bats are so scary. I think bats are scary because of rabies, but I think elsewise, I think they're very interesting animals. This is going to be a very personal thing. I think they're kind of adorable a little bit, but it depends on the bat. Like how they just hang there, sleep all day, then emerge during the night. Also, do I even have purpose to these anymore? Where villagers? The tunnel is not done yet, Boo. Hickory, what do you think about puffins? Boop, what do you think about puffins? This is Boop, by the way. I just go by Hickory in the game. Put this here. I guess put that there too. Boop, yes. Puffin's very boopable. Well, there you go. You heard it here. I will need them eventually again, but I'll throw away those. Hello, new friend. They're just better penguins that can fly. Yeah, but what makes penguins adorable is the fact that they cannot fly. And they do not use their wings for flight, they use it for swimming. Can I make more books? I'll probably do that. That's a good task. Da, da, da. No, penguins are only adorable because they're fluffy and fat, but if you saw those qualities in a person, you would not say it's adorable. How hypocritical. So what if I am fluffy and fat? That changes nothing. And before people are like in the future, I'd argue most humans can be adorable. Okay, I need one more piece of leather. I said one more, but I guess two more works. Poor Skrunkle. Crazy how you're the only person ever. I know, I'm literally the only streamer to have ever existed. Ignore all of Twitch. Well, actually, that statement might be true if you exclude VTubers on Twitch. Can you name one of those cows Zeus? No. You have reached your naming limit for today. You are not allowed any more names. I need more wood. That's fair, not gonna lie. Is Boop boopable? I'm not sure if Boop is boopable, because usually when I do a stream and I say the word Boop, and Boop is in there, Boop get kind of a little angry that I say Boop, because they constantly think I'm talking about Boop. But actually I'm talking about booping, which is very different than Boop. I have been told I am. Well, there you go, there. According to Boop themselves, they're very boopable. There you go, 17. More than enough. Do this, and da-da-da-da-da-da-da-da. Ta-da! 4 bookshelves. Why are bookshelves so expensive? Love strawberries. Oh yeah, you've told me that innumerable times. Enchanted copper armor would go hard. It would not. It only provides 5 little stacks of armor. Or 5 little armor bars. It would be very sad. Emerald armor coming soon. I'm gonna keep telling you that. I'm gonna keep telling you that until you understand. Oh, this is the last bit of cake. Huh. Cake. Let me check something real quick. Would they ever add emerald armor? I did not know why Minecraft is so allergic to just adding stuff sometimes. Dang, gotta replace all the cakes. Not true. Gonna wake up one day and then all the cakes are gonna be there again. And I'm just gonna, No more cake, no more cake. Cake is now illegal in the server. If you put cake down, you will be fined. Shot on the spot, perhaps. We'll go by a case-by-case basis. When I join, the first thing I'm doing is making cake. So you really do want to get shot. I see, I understand. I get it. Understandable. Doop, doop. Maybe I do. Not sure yet. You're like, we'll see how I feel on certain days. Yeah, exactly. Well, they used like all the rails that I made, so this is gonna be an expensive project. Yo, I ham gaming. With the picture of the Kool-Aid man, things that are both not related to ham. Got that. I have to make sure that the ceiling is high in certain points because I do not want the villagers to possibly suffocate to death. My classmate said I'm a slave. What an interesting thing to say, Jerry. You are probably not a slave. I'm not sure that it's probably not a healthy idea to have a mindset about thinking about whether you are black enough to be a slave, quote unquote. It's funny how the strange conversations are coming from YouTube today, not TikTok. Can you get a moderator here? I'm not saying anything that's like necessarily weird. It's just a somewhat uncomfortable thing. Also, I'm the moderator because I'm pretty sure none of the moderators are here right now. Got a plume boat today? What in the world's that? Sounds like something from Rick and Morty. Probably put it like here. Your mods are lacking or slacking. They're just busy doing other things, and it's not like I'm a big streamer or anything. Mod? No, there's no mods in the server. But anyways, most of the time I can just get by, you know, modding it myself because there's not enough people in the chat to warrant having somebody here all the time. Rick and Morty is goated. Have you watched all the seasons? So, I'll probably put it in here to represent just working on the project. Most? Okay. Yeah, I've not kept up with it too on the regular either. I'm not sure I'm going to consider paper to be valuable. I saw the season of Dragon Ball. Okay, so the problem with that is that Dragon Ball is split into like many different series. There's Dragon Ball, there's Dragon Ball Z, there's Dragon Ball GT, there's Dragon Ball Super. Do you mean all Dragon Ball in general or just Dragon Ball? Watch every single one of them? Okay, got it. Bro, how do you have copper armor? That's clearly a mod or a texture pack. Copper armor is in the base game. It came in an update. It seems people are not paying attention to Minecraft updates as closely as they were. If you want, I can even send you a link to the update. Because you'd be like, no, I do not believe you. I'm 200 years old, sorry. I definitely doubt that. Oh, good unk. Another cursed word. Oh, how'd the chicken get in there? Alright, sheep, time to expand more. Maybe 6 or 7 updates behind. I like your first result of seeing something new in the game is immediately cheater! You must be cheating. Dog, why? Why what? The sheep will be fine. Skrunkle? You okay? Skrunkle? You're getting a little far. Looks like saying 6-7 was the sleeper agent response. Alright, what to do now? So, I can keep expanding the... I have all the materials to start building the last building for my base. Oh, nice. So the trees finally grew, or... Which I'll do next time because I'm very EP. Do you know where you at least plant it, or are you logging off right now? You don't have to show me if you're logging off right now, but... Oh, that is a stable. Hi, camel. That was looking very good. Right over Gier, here. Cross. Okay. So it's gonna be like in this area? Alright. This is a fitting spot. Well, if you wanted to, you could also expand your farms. You can make them go up a vertical, but I'm not sure if you want to do that, because this is probably more than enough for you. Probably, I imagine. Yes. New virus. You had no school. I'll be right back. I'm gonna leave. I'll be right back. Okay, I go now. Good night, Sherman. Okay, good night, Boop. Hopefully you get some good rest. Now, I imagine it's not gonna be a new virus, but you're probably not gonna feel great if you do get that virus. Alright, sleepy. No, that reminds me. Unfortunately, Jay kind of chose a weird time to leave because I might be ending stream here soon. Unfortunately. I'm just gonna do a quick little glance around the base to see if there's any, like, quick fixes I can do. I have a question. What is the question, Toxic? Infinite money glitch. Oh, G-Doc is here again. How awesome. Maybe the question was just Toxic asking, who took your spaghetti? That is a secret that you will never get the answer for. That is long dead history that only I know the answer to. And if I was to share it, then it would remove the mystery. It would make me sad. Aw, shucks. No, it's just, yeah, I should start a marathon stream where if I reach a certain donation goal, then I share who took my spaghetti. That's a very smart idea. Gotta money grub my fans. Infinite money glitch, get a loan from Afghanistan, tell them that you're Muslim, get to $500, buy new jobs, and repeat. No, the real infinite money glitch is talk to Afghanistan, or no, talk to Toyota and say that you're from Afghanistan and you're going to buy Toyota trucks, and they'll just send you all the trucks. Did Y took your spaghetti? No, Y did not took my spaghetti. Many people have tried. In fact, Ocean has tried to determine the lore as to why my name is the way it is, but we'll never know. Even I may not know. I could be kidding. Or maybe I'm trying to hide it from you for some reason. Did I cook anything else? Repeat, then you're richer than Elon Musk. I was actually the one that took your spit. Are you? Then that's sorry, Toxic. I'll have to murder you for that. You took the spaghetti, so you must die. Wait, is this the end of the stream or something? It probably is the end of the stream. I want to make sure that I have time to prepare for next stream, and I want to prep the streams for next week, so I'm probably going to take, like, the next hour to get them prepared. Then call me the spaghetti taller. Okay, spaghetti taller. Take her. It was Y, it was not Y. Y is an illusion, a trick. Okay, what else can I do before I end stream? I'm not really sure. They're ignoring me? Who's ignoring you? The government? Elon Musk? Always not knowing what to do. Actually, I can make rails. That's probably what I can do before I end stream. There we go. That's a good idea. Welcome back. I am about to end stream here soon, so you kind of came back at an unfortunate time, and you left at an unfortunate time, but that's okay. Hi, Starberry. Definitely not what I wanted to do. Correct answer is nights. It seems like Ham Gaming is just talking to people who are not there. Why'd you leave it at an unfortunate time? Because, like, just as you left is when I said I was ending stream soon. So you did not hear that. That's why I said it was an unfortunate time. That is what I meant by that statement. I mean, he did so freaking off in 30 an hour and 30 minutes ago. Yeah. That's chocolate plus chocolate is dark chocolate. Yeah, I think Ham is just talking to somebody who's not there. That's very interesting. Maybe they think they're typing in another chat. Can they even hear me? That's the real question. Okay, let me look at the time. I'm being deported? Well, unlucky. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'll be on stream tomorrow. If not, then I completely understand. Do not stress about making the stream. I would never want to cause that in another person. But anyways, let me look at the time. Yeah, I gotta leave. Anyways, well with that, hopefully you all have a good rest of your day. Hopefully you did /Buddhist Interactive. So long. Bye-bye.